Dr. Lyra Hayes had always known that working aboard the Zenith Dawn would be dangerous. What she hadn't anticipated was becoming the sole barrier between life and death for an entire species she'd never heard of 6 months ago. The Kethrin cubs, 7 of them, no larger than Earth wolves, had imprinted on her the moment she'd pulled them from the wreckage of their colony ship. Their parents were gone, victims of the void when a pirate raid had torn through their vessel. Now, as Station Commander Vrel's security team stormed into the medbay, the cubs understood only one thing. The soft-skinned creature who sang to them, who cleaned their wounds, who stayed awake for 72 hours straight to keep them alive, was being taken away. Dr. Hayes, you're under arrest for violation of Galactic Quarantine Protocol 7 Alpha, Commander Vrel announced, his mandibles clicking with bureaucratic satisfaction. The Tigeran officer had been waiting for this moment, Lyra knew. Humans were still probationary members of the Galactic Council, and any misstep could be used as ammunition against Earth's admission. They were dying, Lyra said quietly, not moving from where she sat surrounded by the cubs. The smallest one, barely weaned, nestled against her hip. The protocols would have had me seal them in the observation bay for 14 days. They wouldn't have lasted 14 hours. The law exists for a reason, Vrel replied. Unknown species carry unknown pathogens. You've potentially exposed the entire station to... A low growl interrupted him. Vorik, the largest cub with distinctive silver markings across his muzzle, had positioned himself between Lyra and the security team. His lips pulled back, revealing teeth that would one day tear through starship hull plating. Today, they were merely a desperate warning. Stand down, Vrel ordered, raising his plasma rifle. Don't! Lyra's voice cracked like a whip through the medbay. He's protecting me. It's instinct. Then you'll come quietly, or we'll tranquilize them all. Lyra's jaw clenched. She'd seen what galactic tranquilizers did to species with unfamiliar neurochemistry. The Kethrins had already lost so much. She wouldn't risk their lives again, even for her own freedom. Fine, she whispered. I'll come. The moment she stood, chaos erupted. All 7 cubs lunged, not at the security team, but at the medbay doors. Their jaws clamped onto the handles with desperate strength, their claws scrambling against the smooth metal floor. Vorik snarled and pulled, his entire body going rigid with effort. The doors, designed to open automatically, strained against the combined weight and determination of 7 terrified children. Override the doors, Vrel barked. They won't budge, sir, one of the techs reported, panic creeping into his voice. The cubs are applying over 4,000 newtons of force. If we force the doors open, we'll break their jaws. Lyra's heart shattered. Vorik, no. Let go, please. But the cub only bit down harder, a high-pitched whine escaping his throat. The others followed suit, their bodies forming a living barricade. They didn't understand quarantine protocols or galactic law. They only understood that their protector was being stolen. Commander Vrel's mandibles twitched with frustration. Gas them! If you release sedative gas in here, you'll kill them, Lyra said, her voice deadly calm. Their respiratory systems can't process most standard agents. I haven't finished the medical workup. You want to commit genocide over paperwork? The Tigeran commander hesitated. That single moment of doubt was all Lyra needed. You want to know why humans are dangerous? She asked, stepping forward. It's not because we're warriors. It's not because we conquered our own world. It's because we care when the universe tells us not to. Those cubs were marked for observation, which meant death. I broke your protocol because I took an oath. Do no harm. And I'd do it again. Your oath means nothing here, Vrel hissed. Then neither does yours, a new voice interjected. Ambassador Kireth, the Venlari representative on the council, swept into the room with the grace of her serpentine species. Behind her came 3 other ambassadors, including Earth's own representative, Marcus Chen. What is the meaning of this? Vrel demanded. Ambassador Kirith's eyes, all 4 of them, focused on the cubs still clinging desperately to the door handles. I invoked emergency session of the council. We've been watching your body cam feed, Commander. Tell me, what is the penalty for threatening juveniles of a protected species? Protected? The Kethrins aren't... They are as of 14 minutes ago, Marcus Chen interrupted, holding up a datapad. Emergency vote, unanimous. Their colony ship was destroyed by pirates, making the survivors refugees under galactic law. Dr. Hayes was acting as their legal guardian in the absence of kin. Vrel's carapace flushed a mottled purple, the Tigeran equivalent of blanching. This is irregular. So is threatening to kill children, Kireth replied coldly. Dr. Hayes, would you please calm your charges? Lyra didn't need to be asked twice. She knelt beside Vorik, gently running her fingers through the coarse fur at his neck. It's okay now, she whispered. You can let go. I'm not leaving. Slowly, one by one, the cubs released their death grips on the door handles. Vorik was the last, his eyes never leaving Vrel's security team as he backed toward Lyra. The moment he reached her, all 7 cubs collapsed in an exhausted pile around her legs. Commander Vrel stood rigid, his rifle still raised. This isn't over. Oh, but it is, Ambassador Chen said with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. See, what you don't understand about humans, Commander, is that we bond, we adopt, we protect. These cubs just demonstrated something remarkable. They trusted a human enough to fight for her. That kind of loyalty, that's what we bring to the galaxy. Kireth nodded. Dr. Hayes will receive a commendation for her actions. The cubs will remain in her care until suitable placement can be found. As for you, Commander, perhaps you should revisit the sections on compassion in your training protocols. As the ambassadors departed with a chastened Vrel in tow, Lyra finally allowed herself to breathe. Vorik nuzzled against her hand, his earlier aggression melting into exhausted relief. You stubborn little fighters, she murmured, tears streaming down her face. You beautiful, stubborn little fighters. In the end, the galaxy would remember this moment not as a violation of protocol, but as the day humanity proved what they'd been trying to say all along. That sometimes the most dangerous thing you can do is care when it's easier not to. And that the greatest strength isn't in weapons or ships, but in 7 small cubs who love their guardian enough to defy the stars themselves.